Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome in as we get ready here for another night of wicked racing action. It's the Dirt Street Stocks back live from USA International Speedway. It's the SIM500 Dirt Series presented by T&A Motorsports. As we get ready to rock and roll, these Dirt Street Stocks are primed and ready to go to battle here as practice coming to a close. We're going to get ready for heat races in just a few more moments. Welcome in, baby. Let's go, Chad. Let's go, baby. Oh! Woo! We're pumped, Chad. Let's get it. This is going to be absolutely amazing. Oh, baby. Woo! Oh! Lots of fast cars once again in this one. A ton of great drivers, a lot of fast cars out here. Looking to go to battle, looking to duke it out. 511 ride right there as well. Jonathan Wiley, Jeremy Vaughn out there in that 8 ride. Calvin Brooks in the 04. Woo! Man, there's some ton of fast cars out here. Dustin Price out there in the 2 ride. Joey Brewer out there as well in the 4. Gary Gagliano out there running some laps. Gary's looking very good.
Let's go!
Massive field here once again tonight, chat. Massive field here again tonight.
Let's go!
Oh, baby, we're looking at a solid 36 drivers so far. 36 drivers loaded into the sim, getting ready to go to battle here for the first race of the night. 36 cars here at USA International Speedway, getting primed and ready to go to battle. Yo, Jeremy Vaughn coming in with that carry action. Jamie Massey with that like on the stream. Bryce Dickinson coming in, being a subscriber for 11 months of being a sub. And Brycey Bear! Bryce Dickinson with the 84-star dono. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Bryce, coming in with the bomb here early on, starting off the day on a hot note. Bryce Dickinson with the like. Ty Dickinson with that heart reaction. Eric coming in with that heart reaction as well. Let's get it, baby. Woo! Cody Gagliano with the like and the share. Jamie Massey with that like. Dylan Murray with that like on the stream. Let's get it, baby. Rocky Top Race Wraps official coming in with that like on the stream. Let's go, chat. Let's go, baby. Woo! Jordan LaFawn up in the chat. What is good? Brandon LaFawn up in here as well. What is it? What is it? Oh my gosh. Some great racing action. 36 cars just hoping to make the A. Yeah, it's gonna be easier said than done for certain. It's gonna be tough racing. It's gonna be tough racing out there. 36 drivers, a lot of just fast cars. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough for a lot of these guys. League night. It is a league night, Brandon. Jordan LaFawn out there on the racetrack as well, as these drivers are going to get ready for their qualifying efforts. They're going to jump out here onto the racetrack and try to park their rides up here towards the front of the field, as starting position is going to be key in these heat races. If they can start towards the front, they can work their way up there. It's going to be a lot better for them, and it's going to make their night a lot easier. You need to get a good qualifying effort to start your day off to really get things in motion. So it's going to be fun to see. Preston cheering on. Jordan LaFawn.
Let's go!
Yo, hey, baby girl. Maddie! Mr. Flatchel coming in, showing the love. What is good, Matt? Matt coming in. What is good, homie? Dustin Price coming in with the love. Matt Flatchel. Alyssa Chance coming in. Chase coming in, showing the love as well. Brandon LaFawn with that like on the stream. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it, chat. 36 drivers loaded into the sim, ready to rock and roll here tonight. You see Tim Taylor out there. Landon Price just getting done his qualifying, his first lap of qualifying. Currently into that second position. Jonathan Wiley out there. Bryce Dickinson out there in the 84 ride, looking very good. Joshua Ely in the 09. Ely looking good as well. He's currently at the top of the speed charts right now. Calvin Brooks there in position number 2. Brooks looked really good there in practice as well. So a lot of fast cars, a lot of great drivers once again in the field. See Johnny Nolan out there in the 2 ride. There's a few 2 rides out there tonight. There's a few 2 rides. Jim Revis in that DWR iRacing iFlag number 57 ride out there. Brady Ehrman in that 43 machine looking to have a good run. David Brewer back out onto the track. Good to see David back out there as well. We see Ty Dickinson in the 67 ride, the Sweet Tea Gang. Demon Speedworks number 67. And right down the front stretch here, that big Papa Mike Promotions logo on the side of that car. Beautiful looking ride. Oh man, there's just so many good drivers. Yo, Aaron, yo, Jax, what is good, Mr. Yon? What is good, Jax? Yo, Papa Mike coming in with that exclamation mark followers with the 384 days of being a follower. Let's go, Papa Mike. Let's go, my boy. Coming in with the 384 days, over a year of being a follower. Let's freaking go, baby. Let's freaking go, Papa Mike. Much love, my boy. Yo, Jared! Jared coming in with that heart reaction. River Burke coming in with that like as well. What is good, River? What is good, Jared? How you guys doing? As we're going to get ready here. Heat race number 1 going to be, it's going to be here in a quick hurry, chat. Don't go anywhere as the racing action is just starting to heat up. Just starting to heat up in this one. See Shane Yates out there. Jamie Massey, the showstopper.
Let's go!
The NH Lens NLR Papa Mike Promotions number 19 ride. Looking to have a good run. Cody Ernest out there as well in that Premier Racing Setups number 88. Jordan LaFawn looking good down here as well. Jordan not getting the qualifying run he'd want right there, back in the 20th position, about mid-pack. We see Joel Phillips still out here on the racetrack. Joel looking to have a good lap time here as well. Currently scored in that 35th position. Jason Gannell's the only driver not out there. I'm back. Tim Taylor, my boy. Tim, we love to see it, my boy. We love to see you back out onto the racetrack, my boy. We saw you loaded in, and I was like, oh, Tim Taylor's back out there, baby. The Memphis Grizzlies machine. We missed that car out there on the racetrack, Timmy. We missed that car out there. Big show, Brandon. It is Jordan, it is a very, very big show. Absolutely. Brandon says slow. He's slow. He's gonna make things interesting. I think that's all he's doing. He's just making things interesting, Brandon. He's giving the other guys a little bit of a false positive there with their qualifying runs, letting them kind of think that they're going to be, in an easy situation. Then he's just going to come from the middle of the pack and boom, right up there. As we're going to get ready here for heat race number 1 in just a few more moments.
Let's go!
Everybody has qualified, so the quick time right now goes to the 91 ride. Keith Hackney looking to try to make it 2 for 2
Let's
here
go!
in the series. He won our opening night last week. He's looking to try to make it 2 for 2 here tonight. Joshua Ely, James Stockton, Calvin Brooks, and Bryce Dickinson round out our top 5 here. Jamie Massey, Shane Yates, Cody Myers, Jamie Brown rounding out our top 10 as heat race number 1 is about to get underway. Not about where you start, it's about where you finish. Come on now. You know it, my boy. Let's go, Grip Hackney. Yes, Sirski. Rip Hackney up at the top of the speed charts here in this one as we're going to get ready here for heat race number 1. Yo, Tim Taylor with that like on the stream. Jacob Bant with that like as well. Craig Michael Deacon coming in, smashing that like. Chad Putterbo coming in, smashing that like as well. Frank Fonda coming in, showing the love with the like on the stream as we're going to get ready here for heat race number 1. All right, as these drivers get loaded into the sim, we're going to get ready to set them loose here in this one. These drivers starting to roll. It is at the beautiful USA International Speedway as all these drivers loaded into the sim, ready to rock and roll, ready to put on a great show here for us. Larry O'Daniel says, love some Tim Taylor. Everyone loves Tim Taylor. Tim the Two-Man Taylor. Everybody loves that guy. Come on now. Everybody loves him. As we're going to get ready here, heat race number 1 starting on the pole in this one. It's the 91 ride. Keith Hackney to his outside in the 84. It's the RaceEPI.com. Papa Mike Promotions number 84 of Bryce Dickinson. Starting in position number 3, it's the 1 rider, Jamie Brown, and to his outside in the 20R, it's the NLR Elite Performance Industries number 20R of Cody Gagliano. Then we see starting in the 5th position in the Ooh, that's Jonathan.
Let's
Nicholas
go.
Wiley. Nicholas Wiley in that live wire racing. It's been a little while since we saw Nicholas out onto the racetrack. At first, we were trying to figure out who that car was. It's Nicholas Wiley in that number 11 ride, starting in position number 5 to his outside in the Demon Speedworks. Papa Mike Promotions, number 67. That is Ty Dickinson. Starting in position number 7 in the 4 ride, it's the Householder Racing ride of Joey Brewer into his outside in the NLR Elite Performance Industries 21C. That is Charles Barnes. And bringing up the rear of the field in the 78 ride, that is Joel Phillips in the Rocky Top Race Wraps DWR. That is the, actually, it's not DWR. I'm trying to think of what that is. Yeah, it's Dirty Monkey Motorsports. Dirty Monkey Racing, DMR. As we're going to add all the anticipation, heat race number 1 is underway. Keith Hackney out in front quickly, putting that pedal to the metal down here on the bottom side of the racetrack. He's got the 1 ride right there with him. It's the Showtime ride of Jamie Brown trying to follow him through as he tries to work to the inside of Bryce Dickinson. Bryce trying to hang on here right through the middle side of the racetrack. Unfortunately, I don't think that's the lane you want to be in early on here. That bottom side seems to be working as here comes Nicholas Wiley. As Wiley down low here as well, trying to get underneath the 84, but a good run, but slides up the racetrack, a little bit of contact. Here comes Cody Gagliano. He's going to try to make that a little 3-wide battle there. Bryce slides back and in behind the 11 ride of Jonathan Wiley, but he's going to stay up there on the high side. Here comes Ty Dickinson down low now on that 84 machine as the Hitman. And some competition there as his brother there in the 67 ride right on his back bumper now. But out in front, it's all Keith Hackney. The 91 ride, that Grip Hackney ride looking very, very good. The paints by Grippy looking very good here once again tonight. The NH Lens number 1 ride of Jamie Brown trying to stick right there with him on his back bumper as they started to separate themselves away from that 3rd place car of Cody Gagliano. Bryce Dickinson's able to work himself back up and around the 11 ride of Nicholas Wiley. And now here comes Ty Dickinson trying to work himself around that 11R ride as well as Nicholas unfortunately sliding back here ever so slightly as Ty Dickinson is going to jump up into position number 5 on the racetrack. So I do believe the top 3 is what matters here. The top 3 drivers will advance into the show. Everybody else will go to the consolation race. So right now, Keith Hackney, Jamie Brown, and Cody Gagliano are the 3 drivers to transfer through into the show here. Everybody else will be going to the consolation race. Jesse Keller coming in, showing some love. Go Captain Talon, Showtime Willis. Trophy yellow smelling. Oh my gosh. Oh, I think Trophy is actually a thing. Streamlabs doesn't show it as a actual emoji. It shows it as writing. There we go. Okay, that makes more sense. That makes more sense, Jesse. Okay, let's go. Cheering on Mr. Talon. Willis Talon always looking so good in these dirt street stocks, as well as Keith Hackney continues to lead the way here. Hackney out in front. 2 more laps left to go here, I do believe, for that number 91 ride. Is trying to make sure that overlay is working here for us. It's Hackney out in front, Jamie Brown there in second. Cody Gagliano now starting to pull away a little bit from the hitman, Bryce Dickinson. It's Bryce back there in that 4th position on the outside, looking in here of a transfer spot. Ty Dickinson right there behind him. Nicholas Wiley there in 6th. Charles Barnes back there battling for that 7th position. It's not usual that we see Charles back here battling in the 7th position in a heat race, but here he is just getting around Joel Phillips in the 78 and that 4 ride of Joey Brewer there at the back of the pack. Keith Hackney out in front here has already seen that white flag being displayed. So down through corner number 3 and out of corner number 4, it's all Keith Hackney here in heat race number 1. Jamie Brown in second, Cody Gagliano there in that 3rd and final transfer spot. That means Bryce Dickinson, Ty Dickinson, Nicholas Wiley, Charles Barnes, Joel Phillips, and Joey Brewer are all going to be going to the consolation race. Bree coming in, showing the love for Mr. Ty Dickinson as well. Papa Mike saying, I see my brother in blue is here. Let's go, baby. Your brother in blue is here. He's in the field. He's in this heat race. Actually, Papa Mike, he's ready to rock and roll. He's ready to get things going right now in this one. Yo, Ryan Key coming in showing that love. Bree coming in showing that love as well. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow button if you haven't already, as we're going to get ready to rock and roll here for heat race number 2. If you're watching over on YouTube, make sure you smash that gosh heckin' subscribe button, as we're going to get ready to duke it out here in heat race number 2. All right, as these drivers starting to roll around the racetrack here, starting on the pole in this one, in the 09 machine, that is Joshua Ely. To his outside in the 19 ride, that is Jamie Massey. Starting on the inside of row number 2 in the NLR number 8 machine, that is Jeremy Vaughn. And to his outside in the Premier Racing Setups machine, that is Cody Ernest. Starting in position number 5 in the 2 ride, that is Dustin Price, and alongside him in another 2 machine, that is Johnny Nolan. Starting in position number 7 in the 99 ride is the Memphis Grizzlies machine, that is Tim, the Toolman Taylor. Tim Taylor starting there in position number 7. Alongside him in the 319, that is David Brewer. And bringing up the rear of the field in the DWR iRacing iFlag number 20P, that is Chad Putterbow. As we're going to get ready to set them loose here, heat race number 2. About to get underway. That pace truck going to make that hard left-hand turn down pit side here. And these drivers are going to see that green flag back out in the air. These drivers waiting patiently, hit that restart zone. They're going to get the green flag as the 09 rider Joshua Ely trying to take the lead early on, but you can already see the 8 rider Jeremy Vaughn, the intensity picking up here early in this one. Some of these drivers, they know they need to get a move on. They know they need to be top 3 to advance into the show. A little bit of contact at the front of the field. This is 09 ride. Joshua Ely making some contact. Here comes Jeremy Vaughn, the Iceman, coming in there as well. Some contact at the front of the field, as these drivers are not going to back down from each other, even though they're teammates out here on the racetrack. They're all in those NLR rides here in the top 3 positions, but they are not going to back down from one another. They know that they got to be in the top 3, and they got to try to disappear from the rest of the field. Cody Ernest right there in that 4th position, trying to jump up there and take one of those transfer spots away from these NLR rides. Johnny Nolan there in position number 5, having a good run. Tim Taylor moving up here as well, as he slid himself up into position number 6, as there goes the 09 ride and the 19. They're both going to slide up the racetrack. There goes Cody Ernest up into position number 2. Johnny Nolan battling to the inside now with Jamie Massey for that 3rd and final transfer spot, as you see the 09 ride sliding back. That opened up the door here for David Brewer to get underneath the Tim Taylor. These guys continue to battle. We might have to take a look back and see what happened here, as Jamie Massey, and they made a little bit of contact here. We're going to play it back just a little bit, as Massey sends it into the corner, gets into the back bumper right there of the 09 ride. They get all checked up. The 88 ride almost slid underneath all 3 of them. But unfortunately, Joshua Ely and that 19 rider Jamie Massey both slide back. Massey still trying to battle here. He's back up into position number 3, looking underneath the 88 ride, trying to take position number 2, back away from that Premier Racing Setups ride of Cody Ernest, as Ernest trying to hold on to a transfer spot here. Johnny Nolan trying to track him down in that 2 ride. That 2 ride is looking very, very fresh out there on the racetrack, man. That thing is looking absolutely mint. A little bit of green and gray is absolutely fire, bro. That is a great looking ride. You can see that Memphis Grizzlies machine, the 99 rider Tim Taylor up into position number 5. David Brewer there in 6. Joshua Ely all the way back into that 7th position. Dustin Price and Chad Putterbow there in position number 9 in the 20P machine. As Jeremy Vaughn out in front, continuing to lead the way here. He's going to see 2 more laps left to go, that time by the start-finish line. Get it, Tim. Get it, Tim. Tim's looking good. He's looking racy. I mean, he hasn't been on in a little while, and here he is. He's rolled back up to the back bumper here of that 2-ride of Johnny Nolan, trying to find something maybe in a good position. If a little bit of contact between the 88 and the 2-ride may open the door here for Tim to jump around both of them and take that final transfer spot, as we're going to see the white flag fly here one more time around for the 8-ride of Jeremy Vaughn, as you see Jamie Massey way up the racetrack trying to get a big run there, trying to use that high side momentum. I don't think it's quite there yet, though. I don't think it's quite ready. It's the A-ride of Jeremy Vaughn down into corner number 3 here and out of corner number 4. It's going to be the 8 machine of Jeremy Vaughn picking up heat race win number 2. Jamie Massey there in second. Cody Ernest in that 3rd and final transfer spot. Nolan, Taylor, Ely, Brewer, everybody else, unfortunately, gonna be going to the consolation races. We're gonna get these drivers stacked up, readied up, and ready to go here for heat race number 3, as heat race number 3 is about to get underway. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are just tuning in, if you guys enjoyed that racing action, make sure you guys all hit that like button, that share button, that follow or subscribe button, as we're going to get ready here for our 3rd heat race of the evening, as these drivers get loaded in and ready to go here for heat race number 3. Starting on the pole in this one, it's that white, black, and purple machine. It's the Householder Racing ride. That is the 37 of James Stockton. To his outside, in the Premier Racing Setups machine, it's the 11 ride of Shane Yates. Starting in position number 3, in the 7-Eleven, it's the Majula C Speed Shop WR1 VLR. It's the 7-Eleven of Dylan Cribbs. It's been a little while since we saw Dylan Cribbs out onto the racetrack, so good to see Dylan back out here as well in that 7-Eleven ride. To his outside in the 5-Eleven, that is Jonathan Wiley in that Speed Ranch number 5-Eleven machine. Then in position number 5, you see the 10M ride. That is Talon Willis. And to his outside in the 27, that is Landon Price. Then we see Jim Revis, Dylan Murray, and Stephen Barrow rounding out the field, as we're going to go back to green flag racing here for heat race number 3. Our 3rd heat race of the evening underway here quickly in this one, as James Stockton leads them down the backstretch, but he's got the 11 ride of Shane Yates sticking right there to his outside. So far, the bottom side of the racetrack has definitely been that preferred line right along that inside wall, especially through corner number 3 and 4. You're going to see the 11 ride finally get a hold down back behind the 37. Quickly fills it there, but here comes Dylan Cribbs, still going to try to look underneath, and here comes Talon Willis, even farther underneath the 7-Eleven ride. Is Talon Willis trying to work himself up and through the field here. So Talon looking underneath the 5-Eleven and the 7-Eleven, as Dylan Cribbs holding on to that 3rd and final transfer spot. Jim Revis right there in that 6th position as well, trying to work the DWR JRE machine towards the front of the field as well here. Landon Price back into that 7th position, as Dylan Murray in the 0-3 ride there in 8th, and Stephen Barrow there in position number 9. Unfortunately, they're at the back of the pack as these guys continue to battle side by side. Up here is the 10M ride of Talon Willis, still trying to take position number 3 away from that VLR Majula C Speed Shop ride, the CFM ride of Dylan Cribbs. Cribbs just trying to hold on, trying to roll in the middle here, get some good runs down the straightaways to just stay out in front of the 10M ride, but you gotta think Talon definitely, as of right now, has that preferred line. He just doesn't have quite the best entry with that 7-Eleven ride to his outside. Some contact, and around goes Jim Revis. Him in the 0-3 ride of Dylan Murray get a little bit of contact there and gets pointed back in the right direction, but unfortunately the 57 of Jim Revis back to the rear of the field here. Jim Revis back of the pack, out in front is the 37 ride still of James Stockton. Shane Yates solidly right there in position number 2, as now he's looking underneath of our leader, trying to take this lead away. Shane Yates is going to make the move as he's going to take the lead down the front straightaway. So we got a new race leader here in heat race number 3. Shane Yates now out in front is the 37 rider. James Stockton still tries to battle to his outside. Dylan Cribbs and Talon Willis still side by side there for position number 3. Talon keeping it down on the bottom side. A good run, though, through the middle right there for that 7-Eleven ride. He's starting to find something up there through that middle of the racetrack. Starting to almost clear that 10M ride as they're starting to actually catch the side-by-side battle at the front of the field. That's Shane Yates and that 37 and James Stockton still battle side-by-side. Stockton has not gone away and has not given up that position. Would have thought that he almost would have just fell in line behind the 11 ride and tried to continue to pull away from that 3rd and 4th place car right there behind him. But now they've been side by side for so many laps. These guys have pulled right up to him as we're going to see that white flag fly here. So one more time down the backstretch here in heat race number 3, the 11 ride. Shane Yates down on the bottom side, the 37 of James Stockton up there on the high side. They're going to battle right down to the start-finish line, and same with our 3rd and final transfer spot as Shane Yates is going to jump up and pick up the checkered flag here in heat race number 3. Stockton coming home in 2nd, and Dylan Cribbs in position number 3, using that outside lane, somehow beating Talon Willis back to the start-finish line. What a run right there for that 7-Eleven ride, showing that there's something there in the middle to at least stay side by side with that inside car all evening long. And here he is getting that transfer into the feature event here. So a good run and a great race right there by that 7-Eleven ride. As we'll take a quick look here at our rest of the finishing order there for heat race number 3 on the evening, as we saw Shane Yates pick up the win, James Stockton in 2nd, Dylan Cribbs there in 3rd, Talon Willis unfortunately on the outside looking in, so we'll see him later in our consolation race. And same with everybody else. That's Jonathan Wiley, Landon Price, Dylan Murray, Stephen Barrow, and Jim Revis are all unfortunately going to be going to those consolation races, as we'll get ready here for our 4th heat race of the night. Heat race number 4 out onto the racetrack as these drivers get ready to rock and roll. Starting on the pole in the 04 machine, that is Calvin Brooks. Into his outside in the 55 ride, that is Cody Myers. Starting in position number 3 in the 1 ride, it's the NLR machine of Alex Brewer. Into his outside in the 43 ride, it's the Householder Racing machine, the 43 of Grady Ehrman. And we see the 11 ride of Jordan LaFawn. And we see the 0B ride, that is Bradley Means. We see Cody Sanderson and Gary Gagliano bringing up the rear of the field here as we're already green flag racing. You see the 22 ride of Cody Sanderson trying to really throw it in there, but there's the 22 of... And Cody Sanderson really threw it in there, man. He really went for the 3 wide on the opening lap, but unfortunately, that really hurt Jordan LaFawn as he had to get onto the binders there to avoid even more contact there with the 22 machine. As Sanderson threw it in there on that opening lap, as side by side, still at the front of the field, it's Cody Myers out in front, Calvin Brooks there to his inside. And side by side for position number 3 and 4 here as the 1 rider Alex Brewer looking to try to clear the 43 of Grady Ehrman for that 3rd and final transfer spot. Bradley Means right there, as well as the top 5 starting to pull away from the rest of the field. You see the 11 rider Jordan LaFawn trying to work himself up and around the 42 machine of Gary Gagliano back here. That is for the 6th position. As they continue to battle at the front of the field, you see Alex Brewer now to the outside of the 43 ride as they've crossed themselves over here. A little bit of contact there, a little bit of momentum loss for the 43 ride and the 0B as they're going to slide back here. It's now Alex Brewer way up to the high side here, trying to find something up there on the extreme high side, trying to get to the outside here of our top 2 drivers as Cody Myers and Calvin Brooks continue to battle side by side here at the front of the field. Some great racing action, some great side-by-side battles throughout the field here, man. Some great racing. Yo, Shane Yates coming in with the like and the share. Pete Fitzsimmons coming in with that like as well, coming in showing the love. And Jeff Dickinson coming in with that heart reaction on the stream. Let's get it, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, Y'all know what to do, man. Smash that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow button. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying the show. It's Calvin Brooks and Cody Myers still side by side here in position number 1 and 2. They're side by side right behind him again as Alex Brewer up on the high side, the 43 of Grady Ehrman down on the bottom. Bradley Means trying to poke his nose into that battle as well, as Brewer's been getting some great runs up here on that high side, just a little bit higher than what the 55 ride is. But he's been all over his back bumper of that Chevrolet as the Cadillac Coupe de Ville ride right there, the Harley Davidson machine of Alex Brewer in position number 3, and he's trying to push his teammate to the front of the field here as they continue to battle side by side. Grady Ehrman just trying to stay to the inside here of that one ride, hoping that maybe something happens. Maybe they make a little bit too hard a contact. He has to get onto the binders maybe up there on that extreme high side, as here he goes even higher than what Cody Myers does, but nothing biting. Thought maybe he was going to get a big run and have an opportunity to jump to the outside there of the 55 ride, but nothing there yet, as you see Bradley Means still trying his best up there. He's still trying to make that extreme high side work. He needs to do something to figure something out to try to get up there, as the white flag is going to fly here one more time around for the 04 of Calvin Brooks and the 55 ride of Cody Myers, as they're side by side here for the top spot. Alex Brewer trying to hold on to that third and final transfer spot, but Grady Ehrman there to his inside. Here comes Bradley Means up on the high side, a little bit of contact. They're going to drag race 3 wide there for position number 3, as it's Cody Myers picking up the win just over Calvin Brooks and Bradley Means. Bradley Means in the 0B with a big run up there on the high side is able to drive around the one ride of Alex Brewer and snag that third and final transfer spot into the show. A heartbreaker right there for the one ride of Alex Brewer and the 43 of Ehrman, as he was right there on the inside all race long. That 0B ride was back in that 5th position and somehow finds that big run out of corner number 3 and 4 and beats them back across the start finish line to take that third and final spot away. As we're going to get ready here for our first consolation race of the evening. Looks like the top 6 here from the C main and the B main are going to transfer through. So we're looking for the top 6. So 6 cars are going to make it into the show and 6 cars are going to go home. This is where the pressure really starts to build up. This is where you need a mistake-free run and a perfect drive, as we're going to get ready here for our first heat race, or our first consolation race of the evening. Starting on the pole, in that Papa Mike Promotions grip, Hackney Brycey Bear Designs, race EPI number 84, it's Bryce, the Hitman Dickinson. To his outside, in the 10M, it is the NLR number 10M of Talon Willis. Then we see in position number 3, the Papa Mike Promotions, Demon Speedworks 67 of Ty Dickinson. Jonathan Wiley, Landon Price, Nicholas Wiley, Dylan Murray, Charles Barnes, Stephen Barrow, Joel Phillips, Joey Brewer, and Jim Revis bringing up the rear of the field as our C main consolation race is underway already. A little bit of contact. Talon Willis up through the high side here, gonna take the lead down the backstretch. Jonathan Wiley looking for a big run, as well as that Black Rifle Coffee ride up there on the high side. You see a few more drivers trying to use that extreme high side, the Ford machine of Joey Brewer getting up into the outside wall there ever so slightly. Joel Phillips there in 11th, and man, Jim Revis back there in that 12th position. How often do we see Jim Revis even in a C-main consolation race, but at the back of the pack? That just shows you how tough the competition is. Charles Barnes in this one as well, trying to work himself now into a transfer spot as he looks to try to take position number 5 away from the 27 ride of Landon Price. Price gonna try to stick his nose right in there again, trying to not give up any positions. Here comes the 03 machine of Dylan Murray as well, as Murray right there in that battle. Nicholas Wiley in there as well. These guys are not gonna back down, as Talon Willis out in front. Then you see that 511 ride of Jonathan Wiley and Bryce Dickinson battling side by side. Charles Barnes way up the racetrack looking for that big high side momentum run. Ty Dickinson there in that 4th position. Charles Barnes in 5th, and Landon Price in the House of Speed number 27 ride in that 6th and final transfer spot. Yo, Susie Dickinson, Mama Bear coming in showing the love. Alex Brewer coming in smashing that share button as well. What is good, Brewer? What is good, my boy? Yo, Darren Worley coming in showing the love as well, smashing that follow button. Becoming a brand new follower over here on Peacemaker Gaming. Darren, welcome to the Peacemaker family. Welcome to the Peacemaker crew, my boy. Coming in, showing that love, smashing that follow button. Let's get it as consolation race number 1 underway here. The C main out on the racetrack. These drivers trying to punch their ticket into the show here. Talon Willis still out in front. Jonathan Wiley there in 2nd. Bryce Dickinson holding on to 3rd right now. Actually going to look underneath still the 511 ride. The Speed Ranch 511 of Jonathan Wiley. You see Ty Dickinson and Charles Barnes right there, as well as the top 5 have started to split themselves away from that 6th place driver, Landon Price, as Landon Price has Dylan Murray now looking to his inside. This is the battle for that 6th and final transfer spot. The top 6 will advance to the show. Everybody else will unfortunately be joining the fans in the stands here. They're going to cross each other over here. Dylan Murray for a second, taking that final transfer spot. Some contact, though, in front of him. Wiley slows up. The 21C. Charles Barnes slows up. Ty Dickinson in that as well. As here comes Dylan Murray and that 27 of Landon Price. They're trying to catch those 3 cars right in front of them. Charles Barnes back into that 5th position as the 67 ride of Ty Dickinson up there to his outside as the Sweet Tea Gang ride trying to punch his ticket into the show here. Would love to clear this 21C ride of Charles Barnes, but Barnes still down low there, not letting him cross him over, not letting him get down to that inside lane. As out in front, it's still Talon Willis and Bryce Dickinson, our top 2 drivers, pulling away from the rest of the field here as Jonathan Wiley back there in position number 3. Ty Dickinson in 4. Charles Barnes and Landon Price trying to hold on to that 6th and final transfer spot. Dylan Murray sticking right there with them. Nicholas Wiley right there as well in position number 8. He's in striking distance. Here's the 27 ride. Goes for the bit of a slide job there over the 0-3. Slides up in front of him. That's going to open up the door here for Nicholas Wiley as Wiley now looking to the inside of the 27 ride. They're hooked up there on the high side of the racetrack. The white flag has been displayed. So one more time around here in this one. One more time down the backstretch into corner number 3 here for this final transfer spot. It's Talon Willen, Bryce Dickinson out in front. Jonathan Wiley, Charles Barnes, Ty Dickinson look to punch their ticket, but this battle for position number 6 is going to heat up. They've beaten back, and it's the 27 ride of Landon Price coming home in that 6th and final transfer spot here in this one. What a race and what a run right there. We'll take a look back at our final standings there for that C main event. As Talon Willis picking up the checkered flag, advancing into the show here, into the A main. Bryce Dickinson, Jonathan Wiley, Charles Barnes, Ty Dickinson, and Landon Price are all going to advance into the A main feature event. That means Dylan Murray on the outside looking in, Nicholas Wiley, Joel Phillips, Jim Revis, Stephen Barrow, and Joey Brewer unfortunately going to be joining the fans in the stands. And they're going to be parking their rides here for the rest of the evening. Unfortunately, not advancing into the show. So a heartbreak right there for those guys, as they're not going to make it in, as we're going to get ready here for our B main consolation race, our second consi of the evening. These drivers getting stacked up, readied up, and ready to roll here for our second consolation race of the evening. All right, everything looks to be loaded in. Everything is good to go as we're going to get ready to see these drivers start rolling down the racetrack. Starting on the pole in this one, in the 2 ride. That is Johnny Nolan. To his outside in the 1 machine, that is Alex Brewer. Starting in position number 3 in the 99 is the Memphis Grizzlies machine. That is Tim Taylor. Into his outside in the 43 is the Householder Racing ride. That is Grady Ehrman. Starting inside a row number 3 in the 09 machine, that is Joshua Ely. Into his outside in the 11 ride is the House of Speed number 11, the Cocky Floyd Consulting ride of Jordan LaFawn. Starting in position number 7 in the 319 is David Brewer. Then we see Cody Sanderson, Dustin Price, and Chad Puderbo rounding out the field here in this one, as we're going to go green flag racing here for our B main consolation race. Once again, the top 6 will advance. Everybody else will go home, as they're already 3 wide here at the front of the field and almost 3 wide right there behind them in the 2nd row. As out in front, Alex Brewer looking to try to take the lead away. Here comes Grady Ehrman, though. We saw these two throughout their heat race side by side for pretty much the entire 10 laps of their heat race, and here they are side by side once again at the front of the field here in the consolation race. Jordan LaFawn up into position number 4 and looking for more here as he looks to the inside of Johnny Nolan. Nolan gets up into the outside wall just ever so slightly, so advantage to the 11 ride down into corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. Here comes the 09 of Joshua Ely, as they're 3 wide right there for the top 6 positions, as right there the 2 ride of Johnny Nolan falling back to 5th. Here comes Tim Taylor trying to jump up into that 6th position. Tim Taylor right there on the Memphis Grizzlies ride in that 6th and final transfer spot. He's got Cody Sanderson and Dustin Price right there behind him trying to reel them in, as Grady Ehrman looking to try to take the lead away here from Alex Brewer. Brewer is going to stay right there to his outside. Brewer's not going away, as here comes Jordan LaFawn and Joshua Ely, 2 very fast cars right there on their back bumper. Then we have Tim Taylor and Johnny Nolan battling side by side back here for the 5th and 6th position. That's going to bring Cody Sanderson and Dustin Price closer to their back bumper. David Brewer right there in 9. Chad Puderbo there in that 11th position, or 10th position. And Gary Gagliano, unfortunately, quite a ways back here. Looked like Gary missed the initial start here. Had to start from down pit side here, and unfortunately, back in that 11th position, he would need a caution flag to catch up to the rest of the field. As now the 1 ride of Alex Brewer sliding back to position number 3 here, up on the high side as he looks to the inside of the 43, as we're going to get a new race leader down on the bottom side of the racetrack. Is the 09 ride of Joshua Ely. Ely looked very, very fast in his heat race. A little bit of contact between the 09 and Jamie Massey had him spun around, and he lost about 7 positions. So that's what puts him here in this consolation race. It's the Chow machine, the NLR ride of Joshua Ely, now out in front. Grady Ehrman right there in 2nd, trying to look to the inside here, looking for a big run down the front straightaway, as Ehrman not going away, trying to pick up the 2nd B main win of the evening. Alex Brewer right there as well. Jordan LaFawn still there in that 4th position, as Tim Taylor has finally worked himself around the 2 ride of Johnny Nolan. So move Tim Taylor into position number 5 on the racetrack. Johnny Nolan now onto the hot seat here as the 2 machine in that 6th and final transfer spot into the A main feature event. The laps continue to click off here, slowly but surely. At the front of the field, we see not the white flag yet. Let's go. There we go. 3 more laps left to go here in this one, as Grady Ehrman and Joshua Ely continue to battle side by side at the front of the field. Alex Brewer, Jordan LaFawn, Tim Taylor, and Johnny Nolan rounding out our top 6 drivers right now, as the top 6 will advance. Everybody else will go home, as Grady Ehrman once again down low looking for a good run, trying to take the lead away here from the 09 ride of Joshua Ely. Ely battling back strong though up on the outside. as Joshua Ely and Grady Herman almost make a little bit of contact there as they head down through corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. Here comes a big run from Cody Sanderson, way up on the high side. The Black Rifle Coffee ride of Sanderson's gonna jump up and snag that 6th position away from Johnny Nolan. So move Nolan onto the outside of a transfer spot looking in as the 22 ride has found something up there. Jordan LaFawn and Tim Taylor making a little bit of contact. Taylor is going to move back to that 6th and final transfer spot. Down through corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. It's going to be a drag race back to the start-finish line. Joshua Ely is going to pick up the B main win. Grady Erman in second. Alex Brewer, Cody Sanderson with a heck of a run late there to come home in 4th. Jordan LaFawn and Tim Taylor are going to round out our top 6 transfer positions into the show. Nolan, Brewer, Puderbo, Price, Gagliano, and Ganels are all going to be going back to the grandstands here. Unfortunately, they are not going to make it into the show. Yo, Rich, Mr. Murtaugh, Rich coming in, smashing that freaking love here. Oh my gosh, Rich coming in with the 333 stars. Are you kidding me, Rich? Coming in with that heart reaction and the share as well. Ty Dickinson coming in with the 67 star dono coming in. The hashtag watch the wall riding. Oh, we'll be watching the wall riding. We'll be keeping our eyes on it. We'll be keeping our eyes on that. Absolutely, my boy. Absolutely, homie. Pete says, good job, Jordan. Absolutely a great run there for Jordan LaFawn. All those drivers to advance their way into the show here, into the A-Main feature event. Definitely very, very interesting, and these drivers are going to get a quick little warm-up session here. I don't believe it's very long of a warm-up session. Take a look there. It's a little bit, so it's enough time for us to get a quick drink in here, chat. We'll get a quick drink in, get some music going, get prepped and ready here. I tried. I don't run these cars much. Dustin, my boy, that was a heck of a run, heck of a race, my boy. It was a good effort, 100%, homie. Good effort, 100% out there. Nothing to hang your head about, man. These are some of the best dirt street stock drivers on the sim. So, I mean, you're in some very, very tough competition, and to hang right there with them, it's nothing to hang your head about, my boy. Good run, good race, good solid effort out there on the racetrack. All right, as we're going to get ready. Whoop, whoop, Big Tim, position number 3. Unfortunately, there, that little bit of contact put Tim onto the hot seat, but still, Tim Taylor working himself into the show there as well. Good to see that 99 ride, the Memphis Grizzlies machine, working himself into the show. Always love to see that. We always love to see Timmy up into the field here. As we're going to get ready here for our A-Main feature event in just a few more moments. Our A-Main about to get ready to go here. Star Party, let's go, says Ty. Star Party, baby. You know it, homie. Good old Star Party. Let's party it up, chat. Let's party it up. Little Star Party. What does it even say? Star Party challenge started. Your audience has been challenged to send stars within the next 5 minutes. Encourage them to reach their goal. Let's go, chat. Can we hit the Star Party or what? Can we hit that Star Party? Facebook wants to know. I don't know, Facebook. I don't know. Seems like I don't know. Seems like a trap or something. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right, as we're going to get ready to rock and roll here, our A-Main feature event in a few more moments. As you guys are tuning in here, if you guys haven't already, please, if you want to help out and support the channel, it's absolutely free, doesn't cost anything. Hit that like button on the stream, hit that share button, share it off to, your Facebook pages, share it off to, Discord or Twitter, share it off, bring in people, bring in more eyes onto all these epic drivers and all these awesome sponsors to help help make the racing even better and bring in more sponsors potentially. And also make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button, drop a couple comments, as every single like, share, comment on the stream helps grow it that much more. It's absolutely free to do and just helps make it get that much better. And obviously, if you're watching over on YouTube, make sure you smash that subscribe button, as we're always looking to try to build more and more over there on YouTube. Ty! Mr. Dickinson! You kidding me, Ty? Ty Dickinson, baby, coming in with the 1,219 stars. Are you kidding me, my boy? Holy smokes, Ty Dickinson coming in, flexing the guns, the big muscles out here with the 1,219 stars. Absolutely insane, my boy. Absolutely insane. All right, chat, we're going to get ready here for our A main feature event here in just a few more moments as the practice session, the warm-up session is about to get underway. Ty says, patiently waiting for Skylar Pruitt to beat me. Oh, my gosh. Pruitt's probably working on his race car right now. He may even be, I don't think he's at the racetrack tonight, but he's probably getting primed and ready for the weekend. Poor old Skylar having to bust his butt for his real race car. What a rough life. No, I'm just kidding. Skylar's got a great life, man. Great life. Lots of absolutely just awesome racing opportunities for that guy, man. Being down in the States, you guys get a longer season. You guys get the longer season. You guys also get, like, you know, way more racetracks and everything else. It's absolutely, I'm super jealous. Our season is just about to get started here in Canada. Like, let's go! This week. This weekend is like our first race of the year up here in Canada. More than likely, it's going to be rained out, you know, knock on wood, but more than likely it'll be rained out. Skylar coming in, showing the love, or Skylar has a race car. Papa Mike, are you kidding me? Michael Dickinson coming in with a 1,200 star dono as well. Are you kidding me, Papa Mike? Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, Papa Mike with the 1,200 stars as well. Let's get a quick couple hashtags up here before we get ready for our A main feature event. All right. Papa Mike, king of iRacing. Papa Mike is the king of everything, honestly. He's the king of everything. Papa Mike is just the king. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we got 50 laps of racing action coming right here at you from USA International Speedway. As these drivers loaded into the sim here, we're going to get ready for our A main feature event here in this one. Rich, Mr. Murtaugh, are you kidding me? Rich Murtaugh coming in with the 3,333 stars. Are you absolutely kidding me? Mr. Murtaugh coming in with the massive love. Holy smokes, we're going to need another PRS. Little hashtag up in the chat here. Rich coming in with the massive bomb right there. Are you kidding me, Rich? My boy, much love as we're going to get ready here for the starting lineup. We don't want to miss this. We're going to have one more lap here to get these drivers announced. So starting on the pole in this one, in the 91 machine, that is Keith Hackney. To his outside in the 8 ride is Jeremy Vaughn. Let's go! Starting in position number 3 in the 11 machine, that is the Premier Racing setup ride of Shane Yates. To his outside in the 55, that is Cody Myers. Then we see Jamie Brown there in position number 5. Jamie Massey to his outside. Calvin Brooks and James Stockton there in 7th and 8th. Cody Ernest and Bradley Means in 9th and 10th. Then we see Cody Gagliano, Bradley Means, Joshua Ely, Dylan Cribbs, Talon Willis, Grady Ehrman, Bryce Dickinson, Alex Brewer, Jonathan Wiley, Cody Sanderson, Charles Barnes, Jordan LaFawn, Ty Dickinson, Landon Price, and Tim Taylor bringing up the rear of the field as we're going to get ready to go green flag racing. So we're going to end all the anticipation with our feature presentation as we're green flag racing here from USA International Speedway. It's the SIM500 Dirt Series presented by T&A Motorsports. As out in front, it's all Keith Hackney, 3 wide, back here behind him. These drivers are not going to back down. They're not giving an inch. They're full throttle or nothing down these straightaways. As out in front, Keith Hackney leads the way, but here comes Jeremy Vaughn, the Iceman, trying to reel him in. Shane Yates battling side by side here with Cody Myers for position number 3 on the racetrack. Then you see Jamie Massey right there behind him, Jamie Brown, and here comes the 37 ride of James Stockton. Stockton looking down to the inside there of that one ride, trying to take position number 6 away from Jamie Brown. Cody Gagliano there in position number 8. Calvin Brooks with a good run there in 9th. And Dylan Grimms in the Majula C Speed Shop 7-11 ride there into 10th. Talon Willis right there to his inside here. Cody Ernest there as well in the 88 ride in that Premier Racing setups machine as Ernest trying to work himself up into the top 10. Bryce Dickinson looking to have a good run as well as the Next Level Racing ride. The Papa Mike Promotions machine right there in position number 12. Looking underneath the 11 ride of Cody Ernest here. They battle side by side. Bradley Means in the 0B ride there as well. Then you see Jonathan Wiley back there. Joshua Ely trying to work himself through the field. Here comes that 21C ride of Charles Barnes as well as Barnes and Ely starting deep in this one. A little bit of contact as Ehrman gets up into the outside wall there after some hard contact with the 09 and that 511 of Jonathan Wiley. Cody Sanderson there in that 18th position as you see quite a bit of damage there. The front nose completely tore off of that 43 ride of Grady Ehrman. Ehrman definitely having some pretty heavy damage there as the 99 ride of Tim Taylor almost loops it right there in front of him, just barely hangs onto it. Ty Dickinson back there in the 22nd position. Alex Brewer back here as well. You see some damage there on Brewer's ride and some heavy damage there on the House of Speed number 27 of Landon Price, as well as Price unfortunately back there. I think that's what happened here. Ty Dickinson probably collected in that one just ever so slightly. It's out in front. It's still Keith Hackney a little bit more settled up here at the front of the field as Keith Hackney leads the way here once again, trying to make it 2 for 2. Let's get it. Yo, Papa Mike coming in with another 1200 star dono. Papa Mike coming in showing the love. Anthony Garland, Anthony, my boy, coming in showing some love as well. Says, sorry, not much, but we love you, man. Anthony, it doesn't matter how much you send, my boy. I appreciate you no matter what, homie. I appreciate the donations. Rich, Papa Mike, Ty, Bryce, everyone that's came in. Anthony, all you guys coming in, showing the love with all the donations here tonight, man. It's absolutely insane. I can't thank you guys enough. As Keith Hackney continues to lead the way here. Shane Yates right there in position number 3 as here comes a big run right there through the center of the corner for the Iceman, Jeremy Vaughn, as Vaughn looking down low, trying to find a way around this 91 ride of Keith Hackney. Hackney trying to go 2 for 2 here, trying to win the first 2 races of the series, but Jeremy Vaughn says, I don't know about that one, boss man. I'm going to try to get up here and take this lead away from you. Shane Yates right there as well, looking very, very stout in that Premier Racing Setups ride in position number 3. Jamie Massey there in 4th. Massey and Keith Hackney have a little bit of a bet on the line here as well. They've been betting against each other here, and they got some big bets on the line between the two of them for this entire series. So it'll be interesting to see how that one continues to grow and how that one continues to play out. As we got a new race leader. It's the 8 ride of Jeremy Vaughn just taking the lead away from the 91 ride of Keith Hackney, as Hackney sliding back to second there as our first caution flag of the evening flies. Can't believe that was our first caution flag. Oh my gosh. These drivers have been beating and banging and battling all over the place. As we'll take a look back and see what happens. Looks like Bradley Means in the 0B ride. This is about the 10th, no, it's about 12th or 13th position on the racetrack right here. See Cody, the 22 ride of Cody Sanderson, the 88 of Cody Ernest right there as well. Jordan LaFawn, Jonathan Wiley, and just nowhere to go there for Jordan LaFawn as he gets into the 0B ride as the caution flag flies for Bradley Means sideways on the racetrack. Trying to get another angle of that one. See if we can get a different shot at that. That's a little bit too far away. Let's see if we can get something here. It looks like maybe a little bit of contact right here as the 22 ride slides down underneath the 0B ride. I think the rear end just kicks out. Both rear ends kind of make a little bit of contact, but that kicks the rear end of Bradley Means out and around, and unfortunately right into the side there goes Jordan LaFawn as he almost climbs over top of that 0B ride. keeps on rolling, but unfortunately getting tied up in that one. As we get them stacked back up and ready to go back to green flag racing, we're going to jump into a Peacemaker game and crank it up. So crank up that volume and cheer on your favorite driver. We're going to crank it up.
Let's go!
It's the caution flag coming back out here. We'll take a quick look at what happens in this one as we'll take a quick look and see where the caution flag happens here. Our second caution flag of the evening.
Let's go!
It looks like Jonathan Wiley and Cody Sanderson fortunately going to come together here in this one. See that 22 ride, the white ride right on the inside of Cody Ernest there. Like that's where it starts here as he kind of gets loose, gets into Jordan LeBon, comes back up the racetrack, onto the nose there of the 511 ride. Nowhere to go for Ty Dickinson either. Ty Dickinson gets right into the back of him there. Take a look here from Ty's perspective.
Let's go!
Right here on board with the 67 ride and see what he sees as he's starting to make contact right in front of him and then, just stop right there up on the high side. Nowhere to go for him. Some pretty heavy right front damage for Ty, as he'll probably have to take that ride down pit side to get some work done to it. So we're going to get ready here. We're going to have him stacked back up and ready to go back to green flag racing here. Out in front, Keith Hackney and Jeremy Vaughn lead the way here. Shane Yates, Jamie Massey, and Cody Myers round out our top 5. Jamie Brown, Cody Gagliano, Calvin Brooks, Talon Willis, and Bryce Dickinson round out our top 10. Yo, Destiny Edward, John Fowler all coming in, smashing the reactions on the stream. What is good, Johnny boy? What is good, my boy? That 22 car can't leave Jordan alone. I know, Pete, I know. There's sometimes, you know, you're the ball, sometimes you're the bat. No pit for me? What? Come on now. The damage? With the damage? You got no nose cone, brother. You got no nose on that thing. That's not aerodynamic at all. Okay, come on now. Come on now. The SIM500 Esports Racing League coming in with that share on the stream as well. Let's go, SIM500. Dirty Monkey Racing coming in with that share as well. Let's go, baby. As we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing, we're going to continue with our Peacemaker game and crank it up. But, man, these guys have been absolutely duking it out around the racetrack. They have been putting on a heck of a show here for us as we're going to get ready to crank it back up. third time in the evening. We'll take a quick look back and see what happens here as the caution flag coming out once again. That's going to bring an end to our Peacemaker Gaming crank it up, as it looks like the 0-4 ride of Calvin Brooks. Brooks was having a great run here. Unfortunately for the 0-4 ride, he's going to go around here after a little bit of contact right there with Charles Barnes. Gets him up into the outside fence. Talon Willis collected in that one. Oh my, hang on to her. The 4 ride going for a ride. Everyone else down low here as well. Bradley Means, Tim Taylor collected in that, as well as these guys drove into it. Unfortunately, just nowhere to go. Talon Willis down low, the 37 ride of James Stockton. 27 ride, you see Tim Taylor spun around there as well. We'll jump on board here with Tim Taylor and see what he sees from that Memphis Grizzlies number 99 ride, as the 04 ride up in the air. Unfortunately, came back down the racetrack a little bit, tagged him there in the right rear to spin him around, as Calvin Brooks going for a ride here in this one. 04 going for a bit of a spill. We'll take a look. Gets up into the wall there. Talon Willis gets spun around, and then unfortunately with him up on the outside wall, Cody Ernest comes in, gives him a big shot, gets him airborne. A lot of cars, a lot of carnage right there. Tore up in that one. You see front bumpers and back bumpers laying all around the racetrack there. A lot of cars tore up. Gonna have to head down pit side to get some work done to their machines, as we'll get them stacked back up and ready to go back to green flag racing here, as out in front, still that 91 ride, but we got a new driver into position number 2. It's the 19 machine of Jamie Massey. These two have these two got a big bet going here, so it's interesting to see. Yo, Skyler! My boy Skyler coming in. Skyler coming in, smashing 69-star donor. Are you kidding me, my boy? Are you kidding me, Skyler? Let's go, homie. Skyler coming in, showing the love. Coming in with that like on the stream as well. How did Ty get through that? I don't know how Ty got through that. I don't know how he did, actually. He's up into the 13th position now, just avoiding all that carnage and all that mayhem, as we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing. A perfect restart by that Rip Hackney number 91 ride, as Hackney out in front. Jamie Massey, the showstopper, right there behind him, as here comes the Iceman as well. Jeremy Vaughn in position number 3. Shane Yates battling side by side here with that RaceEPI.com Papa Mike Promotions number 55 ride of Cody Myers, as Myers down to the inside, as it's a lot of NLR boys up there at the front of the field, and unfortunately Shane Yates is the one man on the outside looking in here. You learn to look past his hood finally. Laugh out loud, says Skyler Pruitt. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I can see that right there, homie. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are watching on YouTube, make sure you guys hit that like button on the stream. Hit that subscribe button as we continue to build over on YouTube. Hit that share and follow button if you're watching over on Kick or Facebook, as we continue to grow and gain more and more eyes on all these drivers. Every single like, share, comment, all helps push the stream out to more and more people, and that's what we want to see, as Keith Hackney out in front and Jamie Massey there in second, as the caution flag gonna come back out here in this one. Skyler Pruitt says, I've been teaching him well. I've been teaching him well. I think you have. I think you have, Skyler, as we'll take a look back here and see what brings out our 4th caution flag. We gotta find it here in a second. There it is. Looks like Jonathan Wiley in the 511 ride and Tim Taylor coming together here. Wiley right in front of Tim. Tim kind of just gets in a little bit deeper, gets that back bumper of the Speed Ranch number 511 ride, and unfortunately for Jonathan, he's gonna go around there off the front bumper of Tim Taylor. As that's a crappy one to take right there. I mean, it's just, you get that little bit of a bump, the rear tires just kick right out around you there, right through the slick stuff. Nothing that Wiley could do there, and unfortunately Tim Taylor just getting in there a little bit deep. Not really too deep, but I mean, he was just that little bit too far. That extra couple inches is all they need That little bit just is enough right here. Just boom, just that little tiny tap right there. You can see that Tim was already trying to get off the gas there, trying to just roll the car, and unfortunately couldn't react quick enough to getting wound up to avoid the contact there. Even if he made that contact, there's a possibility he could have just bumped him and tried to help him go forward more, give him a little bit more speed and better drive off possibly, but how slick this racetrack is getting, it's getting tougher and tougher to make that contact without cars spinning around. Rich says bottom, Shane, bottom. Yeah, I think he definitely needs to go to the bottom, but I think he's got to look out here as here comes the 09 ride as well. It looked like Joshua Ely almost was going to jump down to the bottom side there off that restart, as they're going to go 3 wide right there with them as he slides up ever so slightly, some contact deeper back. Landon Price trying to hold on to the 27 ride. Somehow or another, they all still pointed in the right direction here as they're 3 wide throughout the field here at the back of the pack. The 88 ride of Cody Ernest up into the outside wall ever so slightly. Keeps it rolling though. Keeps it good as Shane Yates continues to battle side by side here with Cody Myers for position number 4 on the racetrack. He's got the 09 ride of Joshua Ely trying to look to his inside as they continue to battle here for 4th and 5th on the racetrack. Out in front though, it's still all Keith Hackney as Hackney leads the way. Jamie Massey right there on his back bumper in position number 2, trying to find a way to get up and around this 91 ride. Massey was pretty upset with himself that he didn't get the win last week. Hackney was able to pick up the win as these two have a nice little bet, a little bit of a gamble on the line here throughout the series as they're 3 wide back there for the 4th position. Here comes Joshua Ely down to the inside. Shane Yates right down the middle. A little bit of contact goes up the racetrack into the 55 of Cody Myers. Myers just barely getting up into the outside wall there, going to keep it rolling. Unfortunately, Shane Yates going to slide back and lose that 1 position there to the 09 ride, but Cody Myers sliding back a few more. See that 21C ride of Charles Barnes up there as well. Get a little bit of contact there with that outside wall, just trying to following Cody Myers up and through there. See the 7-Eleven machine of Dylan Cribbs up into position number 8 there on the racetrack as caution flag is going to fly here in this one. I'm not sure where that caution flag came from. We didn't see anything out there on the racetrack. But we'll take a look back and see, as it looks like possibly Ty Dickinson unfortunately may not have been able to avoid this one. Him and Jordan LaVaughn side by side here. Ty up on the high side, and just Grady Ehrman gets in there a little bit too deep, makes that bit of contact. Unfortunately, spins that 67 ride around. Ty was having a good run up inside the top 15, sitting pretty there, and unfortunately, just that little bit of contact is enough just to kind of spin you around as that Bella's Bullies number 67 ride going to go for a little bit of a spin right there in that Peacemaker Gaming logo. That left rear quarter panel is where the contact's made, and unfortunately spins him around as that's the left rear. Let me take a look here from the left rear quarter panel here on the Steeman Speedworks ride, and unfortunately just sliding through. You can hear him off the gas, just unfortunately not onto the brakes, and the 43 ride just slides right up and into Ty Dickinson in that 67 ride. As we're going to have him stacked back up and ready to go back to green flag racing. Out in front, it's the 19 ride of Jamie Massey, as Massey was able to jump up and take this lead away. So our 3rd leader of the evening, it's only been the top 3 who have led a lap here. Jeremy Vaughn, Keith Hackney, and now Jamie Massey leading some laps here as Massey with a big jump there, trying to beat that 91 ride down to the start finish line, trying to pull away more and more and more from Keith Hackney as Hackney now on to the aggressive here as he almost goes around. Hackney slides up, they make some hard contact down on the bottom side. Shane Yates, Cody Myers, they're all piling in there. The caution flag is gonna fly here as a huge pile up down on the inside. Cody Myers, Shane Yates, Bradley Means, we saw James Stockton, Dylan Cribbs all collected in that one. A lot of very fast race cars tore up right there as cautions breeding cautions. Keith Hackney sends it in on the inside of corner number 1, kicks that car out sideways. Unfortunately, everybody piles in behind him. You'll see Hackney in that blue, black, and white ride. Going to send it in on the bottom side of the racetrack here. And then as he's kind of sideways, everyone just piles into the side of the 91. And they just all pile in there, man. That is a tough one for Cody Myers, Shane Yates. A lot of great drivers right there. Some heavy, heavy contact. Alex Brewer, some heavy damage in there as well. You see the 88 and Cody Ernest getting a little piece of that one. A lot of tore up race cars up at the front of the pack here as they're going to head down pit side, get some work done to their rides as we'll get them stacked back up and ready to go back to green flag racing as Jamie Massey out in front, Keith Hackney there in second, Jeremy Vaughn with a half tore up race car there in position number 3. Joshua Ely there now into position number 4 here. The 20R ride of Cody Gagliano up into position number 5. Alex Brewer and Charles Barnes right there behind him with some pretty heavy damage. Jamie Brown, Jordan LaFawn up inside the top 10. The 22 ride of Cody Ernest, we believe, rounding out our top 10. Then we saw Cody Sanderson. We saw Landon Price, Calvin Brooks, Cody Ernest, Talon Willis, Jonathan Wiley, Bryce Dickinson. We'll get them stacked back up, re-racked, and ready to go back to green flag racing here in this one as these drivers are lined back up here in this one. Can anyone race it? I might give a go next weekend if I remember. Absolutely, my boy. Absolutely. We run every, this league runs every Thursday, my boy, and I do believe we might be adding a few more drivers in until the end of this weekend, so I can shoot you the Discord, and you can jump in and you can become part of the show. As we're going to go back to green flag racing here. It's the green flag back out into the air here. The 19 rider Jamie Massey leads the way. Keith Hackney there in second as Massey trying to stretch his lead out ever so slightly here as that race CPI. Papa Mike Promotions number 19 machine leads the way. Keith Hackney in second. The Iceman, Jeremy Vaughn, there in position number 3. Joshua Ely there in 4th. Cody Gagliano, Charles Barnes, Alex Brewer, Jamie Brown, and now Jordan LaFawn round out our top 9 on the racetrack as Calvin Brooks down on the bottom side trying to find himself a way around the House of Speed number 27 of Landon Price and that Black Rifle Coffee number 22 of Cody Sanderson. Sanderson there in that 22 machine. Jonathan Wiley back there in that 13th position has the 88 of Cody Ernest, a tore up 0B rider Bradley Means. Sorry, I have thought all day today was Friday. I meant Thursday. Hey man, it happens, homie. It happens. I also wish it was Friday, but it's not Friday, not yet. Well, a little bit, a few more hours. As out in front, everyone still trying to hunt down this 19 rider, Jamie Massey, as Massey continues to lead the way. Keith Hackney there in second. See Bryce Dickinson trying to work himself back up through the field, but they're 3 wide right there in front of him as Talon Willis trying to work his way up towards the front. The 88 ride, the Premier Racing Setups machine, fortunately almost getting shoved up into that outside wall there by the 10M ride as here comes Shane Yates trying to battle himself back through the field after taking that ride down pit side and getting some work done to it. He's back up into the 16th position here after going down to the bottom side trying to get around Talon Willis. Landon Price and Cody Sanderson continue to battle there. Sanderson up into the outside wall just ever so slightly. As around goes Talon Willis, and the caution flag is going to come back out. The caution flag coming back out here is the 10M ride. Unfortunately, pointed in the wrong direction here. The caution flag going to come out here, I do believe, for the 5th time on the evening here. So it looks like Bradley Means and Jonathan Wiley make a little bit of contact there, and the 10M ride trying to run a little bit of a slider line, slides right into them as they kind of get checked up there. They kind of get checked up, and unfortunately for Talon, as he drives into the 511 ride, spins both of them around, nowhere to go here for Cody Ernest either as he drives right head on into it. I don't think Ernest has been able to catch a break here at all tonight, as we'll jump right on board here with the 88 machine and see what he sees as sends it in here on the high side. Talon slides up, and unfortunately they just drive right in front of him and nowhere to go there. Head on with the 10M ride, and tough break there for that one. We'll get these drivers stacked back up and ready to go back to green flag racing here, as out in front it's all Jamie Massey and Keith Hackney. The 09 rider Joshua Ely now up into position number 3. That was our top 3 from the first week of the series last Thursday. It was just the opposite way around at the front here. It was Keith Hackney picking up the checkered flag. Jamie Massey came home in second, and Joshua Ely, I do believe, was there in that third spot. Something like that. I'm pretty sure it was that. So we'll get these drivers stacked back up, ready to go back to green flag racing here. Jeremy Vaughn, Cody Gagliano rounding out our top 5 as they're already starting to beat and bang and shove each other there up through the top 10 as everyone's getting real antsy as the laps continue to count down. We're going to go back to the caution flag here, and we're going to restart this one. I do believe. We're going to get a full restart here on this one. We actually threw the extend the caution flag there before the green flag came out. Everyone was just primed and ready to go here. So they're going to wait for this pace truck to catch back up, go around them. The lights are off the pace truck, so we should get the green flag this time by. Yo, Anthony Garland, my boy Anthony coming in with that share on the stream as well. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are tuning in, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow button, as we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing here on this restart, as we're going to see the green flag back out into the air here for Jamie Massey, as we're going to jump into a quick Peacemaker Gaming Crank It Up. This one going to end a little bit early, as out in front it's Jamie Massey continuing to lead the way. Massey down into corner number 3 and down and out of corner number 4. Keith Hackney can't get there, as this race is going to end a little bit early here. It's going to be the 19 ride of Jamie Massey picking up the checkered flag. Keith Hackney coming home in third, and Joshua Ely there in that third position as Hackney in second, Joshua Ely in third. Jeremy Vaughn, Cody Gagliano rounding out the top 5. Alex Brewer, Charles Barnes, Jamie Brown, Jordan LaFawn, and Calvin Brooks rounding out our top 10. Landon Price, Bradley Means, Cody Sanderson, James Stockton, and Shane Yates rounding out our top 15, as this one ended a little early here. These drivers might have been running out of time on this one. Yeah, that was a 30-minute feature event, and unfortunately, I think we hit the time limit. So the caution flag, or the checkered flag, coming out here a few laps early. I'm sure that definitely might have caught a lot of people off guard right there, as it definitely caught me off guard, as that one came out of nowhere. But let's see those checkered flags fly here in this one. Checkered flags in the air here for the 19 ride of Jamie Massey, as needed an outside admin. Yeah, we definitely needed an outside admin in that one, but it wasn't too bad, honestly. But yeah, just unfortunately running out of time there, and really kind of makes sense. It gives us enough time to still get these post-race interviews in before I have to go to work. If we ran those final 18 laps with, you know, possibly a couple more caution flags, you know, I would have been real tight on time, and I don't think we would have been able to get the post-race interviews in, as Jamie Massey picking up the checkered flag, Keith Hackney coming home in second, and Joshua Ely coming home in position number 3 here. Let's give it up for the 19 ride of Jamie Massey, as Massey picks up the checkered flag here, and this one gets it done tonight and parks the 19 ride at the front of the field. Ran out of time because no one owned up to their cautions, and egos won. It happens. It happens. It happens to the best of us, Ty. It happens to the best of us, my boy. Move on to next week. It is what it is. It ended a little bit early. Nothing we could do there, unfortunately. And I mean, I don't know. Most of the cautions went by pretty quick. There. 9 cars in the top 10 NLR. Damn. Yeah, you guys were definitely having a good run. I mean, there was definitely some other drivers that would have been up in the mix there, but unfortunately just, getting tied up in a couple different wrecks and everything else. Just unfortunate breaks there. Like, you think of a driver like James Stockton or Shane Yates, would have been a couple more that would have been up there and could have had a good run at the front of the field. And unfortunately getting tied up in those, a couple of those wrecks. Bradley Means as well was right up there as well. So a couple unfortunate breaks there for a few of those drivers, and unfortunate breaks here for a few starting at the, just not having the runs that they'd hoped for in this one. But man, what a run and what a drive there by Jamie Massey, Keith Hackney, and Joshua Ely out there in this one, man. What a run, what a race, and what a battle here. As we're going to get ready to jump up into the broadcast booth, we're going to pull in our top 3 finishers here for some post-race interviews. Guy that caused the wreck should get an EOL. That is definitely somewhat agreeable there on that one, Shane. Definitely somewhat agreeable. I mean, that's usually what happens in real racing. I mean, unless, just track favorites or whatever else. But, I mean, that's usually how things go. But, unfortunately, just not having an outside admin on the evening just kind of really hurt that one. So, that's a tough break right there. I don't know. We used to have, like, 3 of them, didn't we? Didn't we used to have, like, 3 outside admins for this series? Where did everybody go? Where's everybody at on a Thursday night with racing action underway? Come on now. We need those admins. We need them admins, baby. All right, as we're going to get ready here, we're going to pull our top 3 up into the broadcast booth here for their post-race interviews. As I'm going to quickly jump in here real quick. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up here for our race winner, the 19 machine of Jamie Massey, as Massey picks up the checkered flag and picks up the win here in this one. We're going to bring him up here into the broadcast booth. Hey, Jamie, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. Do you get a copy?
Yeah, man, I got you.
Jamie, my boy, what a run, what a race, man. He came out here with a mission to be able to finish in front of that 91 ride, and mission accomplished here as you're just able to beat him down on the bottom side, able to take that top spot away, and able to hold them off here for those closing laps as this one ended a little bit early. But, man, Hackney was right there where you're getting a little bit nervous. Maybe he'd be able to get back to your rear bumper, make a move on you, or give you that bump and run late in this race, or were you pretty happy once you got that lead, got that little bit of fresh air, that you were going to be able to, keep that car out in front strong enough to, continue to have that car length or 2 between each other?
Nah, I kind of didn't want the lead. I wanted to run second, but now that it ended short, I'm kind of glad that I got it. But he slipped there on the bottom one time, and I stuck my nose under him, and then he got back down there and got back in front of me. And it wasn't time for me to force it yet. He was still kind of a little better, and then I got under him really good one time and got around him there. But I mean, the top 3 was the same top 3 from last week. I mean, it is what it is, man. It's going to be a championship where you're gonna have to show up every week, and I've not been doing my part in qualifying, and so I've had to work my butt off, and the heat race was a little sketchy, and it is what it is. It's just hard team. It's just teammates fighting for real estate that everybody wants to win, man, and we got so much talent not only on our team but in this league itself, and it is what it is, you know what I mean? So just hard racing, man, and we managed to hold on. Time limit ran out, so I don't know that we'd have been able to hold him off. Like I said, it's just if you stick the nose under, you got to find another line. Some people don't believe. I'm getting messages in Discord right here. I guess some people don't believe whenever you stick your bumper under somebody and they're to your tire that you got that it's not that you can just turn left. So I guess some people just have to learn. But Shane Yates knows it all. So
absolutely, sometimes just that little bit of contact is enough to just kind of open up the door, or even just getting your bumper in there. Where with the track being this slick, it could be give or take a little bit, on that one, as, if you have that guy to your inside, do you risk trying to drive over their nose and, spinning yourself out over their nose on the car, or do you let them have that inside lane, or do you try to squeeze them down to the bottom and hope for, no contact, but maybe they'll roll out of the throttle? So it's just, hard racing, good give and take there on the, bottom side of the racetrack is definitely the preferred line all race long, and that's what you got to do to be able to compete and be able to keep that car up towards the front of the field, is just keeping that nose underneath.
Yeah, man, and it's I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. Like when we're three wide, you can't just decide to turn in the corner when you want to. I mean, I ain't out here trying to wreck nobody, but I mean, some people just, I guess, think that they can do whatever the hell they want. And I hear all this about admins, this and that, about we don't have an outside admin. I guess there's probably a total of 6, 7 teams on this team. Let's take each and every one of y'all. We got an admin from our team. Take each and every one of y'all, pick one of your guys, and we'll put one of our guys to sit out and watch this thing. Hell, I'll sit out. I don't give a damn. Pick one guy from each team. We'll sit out and watch the race, and we can admin this thing. If you don't like the way it's done, shut the hell up and go race somewhere else.
Absolutely, my boy. Well, Jamie, congrats on the win, man. A great run, a great drive, getting that 19 ride up at the front of the field here and picking up the win over your, your teammate, but also your rival in this one, as you guys, you got that little bit of a bet on. And, last week you got the one up on you, but you got the one up on him this week. And as you said, it's going to be, the top, you three pretty much all season long. I mean, Ely right there with a good back-to-back top 3 as well. So far it's looking like the 3 of you guys are going to be the top 3 to watch here throughout the entire series.
Oh man, there's a lot of hot shoes in this league. There's a lot of hot shoes that didn't even make the race tonight. This is a pretty stacked league. Anybody can win. I think it's going to be tough between us 3. I mean, it is going to be a show. Me and Hackney, yeah, we got a little bit, but we're never rivals, man. I mean, we have been in the past, but we're gonna race hard. We're gonna race to win, and we're gonna put on a damn show, and that's what this is about. I just want to thank everybody over at NLR for welcoming me back, and I've had such a fucking ball since I've been here. I want to thank Keith Hackney for making this paint for me. He makes him one about every week. I think it's time he makes me a new one. Elite Performance Industries, Paints by Grippy, everybody, man. There's EPI. I mean, there's so many people that's on this thing that help us out. Papa Mike's Promotion does a lot for me on and off the racetrack in real life. And, yeah, man, I appreciate you for doing everything you do. And we'll try to get this thing figured out, man. It's hard when you're in here racing and you can't control everything. We can't see everything. Like I said, if somebody knows somebody who wants to be somebody, let's put them in the booth, and won't be no biased calls, and we'll shut that shit up. I'm tired of hearing it.
Absolutely, my boy. Absolutely. We'll definitely be looking for a little bit of help with that, a little bit of extra admin work. And I mean, if anyone from the series themselves want to, bite that bullet and come in and, be that admin or whatever, then I'm sure Cody and the boys would definitely be all for it, for that extra little bit of help and allowing them to still race and be up there and not have to sit up in the booth and make sure everyone keeps it together and make those calls and everything else. Is no one wants to sit out, no one wants to miss the racing, so it's always hard to find those admins, unfortunately. But man, great run, great race, another huge win here for NLR, and another huge win for yourself as you park that 19 right down here in Victory Lane. Jamie, congrats on the win, and we'll see you next Thursday, my boy.
Thank you, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for the 19 rider, Jamie Massey, as Massey picks up the checkered flag. As we're going to pull in our second place finisher now, the 91 rider, Keith Hackney. Is Hackney coming home here in position number 2. We're going to bring that 91 ride up here into the broadcast booth for his post-race interview. Hey, Keith, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. You get a copy?
What's up, buddy?
Not much, Keith, my boy, man. What a run, what a race. You led a lot of laps. You had a lot of tough competition up there between your teammates, as we saw Jeremy Vaughn get by you a little bit earlier on in the evening, as he was able to jump up, get around you for a little bit, lead a few laps there. You got back around him. You got that lead back, but then later on there, we saw Jamie Massey get his way around you, and then saw that restart. Unfortunately, you kind of slid up through the grass there a little bit farther than I think you were expecting, and as you were kind of sideways there, sliding through 1 and 2, you saw Vaughn and everyone else kind of pile into the side of you, just trying to avoid the contact, and then from that point on, it was just the log jam and everyone running into everyone, and a little bit of a wreck there, man. But take us back through the race, man. How the car felt, how everything worked there, and take us back through that restart as well.
Oh man, I had a blast. Just first and foremost, man. It's just USA's a very, very racy track, as you've seen through pretty much the whole night broadcast or whatever. Um, too wide for the most part, and then when it gets black like that, man, it's so fun, and you really have to hit your marks and be consistent. And going back there again, same conversation. That bubble, we broke it early, and we held like I think about a 4/10 lead over Massey there at one point. Um, and I was content because I think he was a little bit better than I was in 3 and 4, but in 1 and 2 I was better than he was. And then cautions come out obviously, and then he dove it in there in the grass, and I was low, and he dove it in there even harder. And I mean that's pretty much what you're gonna have to do. I would have did the same damn thing. So and we was racing side by side right there with him for what a couple laps or whatnot. Then the caution come out, so we was just riding, man. And I felt like um uh long run with me behind him, it would have been the same way. I would have been right there on his bumper. So it's just pretty much who all was in the front. Going back to that one restart that you was referring to, yes, I did dive it in there. I cut my corner just a little bit short, and obviously I had to drive it in there harder because once you hit that grass, if you don't pretty much gas on it, it just makes the car really tight. So I had to hit the gas even harder, and then when I did, I ran up on Massey like pretty quick, and so I tried to stab the brake and slow down, and I did get sideways, and Jeremy hit me and stuff like that. I don't really know what happened behind me, but I just seen some stuff and I heard some stuff. But it's what I can say is to that, also in real life, um, you know, the caution car is the car that's turned around backwards, or the car that's stopped, or the car that wrecked somebody else. Jeremy hit me, we kept it going. Everybody else behind that don't look past their nose, so they just plowed into each other. So I guess that's really all I have to say about that and whatnot. I hated that for Jeremy because I think Jeremy had a little bit of right rear damage. Um, because he was talking about it after that about a couple laps in. So I feel bad for him, but he still had a great run or going for him, tonight and stuff like that. But other than that, man, we'll take it. Yeah, he got the one up on me tonight. Short race with a time limit, but I mean, I'm still happy. I can't be disappointed whatsoever, and all of our guys up in the top 10 for the majority of the top 10 at that. So yeah, we'll take it. And I think it's Lanier next week. It's not really my strong suit, but we'll see what happens.
Absolutely, Keith. I'm sure we'll see that 91 ride back up towards the front of the field, my boy. A good run, a great race here for you tonight in this one. Keith, who would you like to thank for such a solid run and great performance out there on the racetrack?
Oh man, just everybody on the team, man. Just huge huge showing tonight. Like I said, everybody had great runs. Everybody made the show besides one. Tonight we brought pretty good bit of cars to this pretty amazing league that they got going this season. So huge shout out to them. Huge shout out to everybody who made it and stuff like that. NH Lens, Elite Performance, Paints by Grippy, uh, just everybody that makes this thing go round and round and round, man. And them for putting this on. You for doing a hell of a broadcast. Shout out to Tasha. Um, that's literally in there just waiting for the little one to come out like any day. Um, and all that. So yeah, we'll take it, and we'll see you next week, man.
Absolutely, my boy. We will definitely see you next week. Another big race, another big run, and look forward to seeing you back out there on the racetrack, Keith. Congrats on the second place run here tonight, homie. And hopefully we'll see you back up here on the broadcast booth next Thursday.
Oh yeah, and can't forget Papa Mike, man. Like Mazzy, huge supporter of our team and on and off the track, and so I just want to give a shout out to him as well.
Beauty. All right, Keith, have yourself a wonderful evening and have yourself a wonderful night.
All right, thank you, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for Keith Hackney as Hackney coming home there in position number 2. Definitely know there's going to be some controversy definitely on that restart and, a little bit of beating and banging and unfortunate break there for a lot of drivers. A couple times we saw just unfortunate breaks there, a lot of cars getting tied up and especially on restarts. I mean, you just get that one car that, gets turned around or the one time that someone has to stab the brake or anything else and just it's hard to not drive over the car in front of you, but even if you're on the brakes trying to not hit the car in front of you, it may be a car that's 3 or 4 car lengths back behind you that's driving the next guys in front, and then it's just kind of a log jam, and that's racing, that's real life racing right there. Is a lot of times you can't see what's happening 4 or 5 cars in front of you. You're expected to be on the gas and trying to roll and trying to do what you need to do to move up a few positions, and fortunately, you can't see what happens there, 3, 4, 5 car lengths in front of you, and then it's that guy that's way back there that unfortunately is, on the throttle trying to roll through the corner, and bam, everyone else is stopped in front of him, nowhere to go, and nothing you can do, not enough time to react to hit that brake. But we're going to jump up into the broadcast booth here. We're going to pull in our third place finisher now, the 09 ride of Ely, as Ely coming home here with another third place run here. A great run, a great drive here from the 09 machine as we're going to pull him up into the broadcast booth for his post-race interview. Hey, Josh, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. You get a copy?
Oh, yeah.
Josh, my boy, another great run, another great drive, man. We saw you have to work your way into the show there through the consolation race after that little bit of contact on the heat race, which in that bad position, but you're able to work your way into the show here. Had to start about mid-pack, and slowly but surely, you just avoided some of the contact, some of the carnage, and, picked them off one by one, and you find yourself up here on the front stretch in position number 3, man. Take us back through that race, and how does it feel to be up here in the top 3 after that one?
Yeah, that was a lot of work. I will say that. I wish we could have run the race out. I hate that time got us. I feel like I don't know if I could have done anything with them, but I could have at least put the bumper on them a little bit more. I didn't have it a couple laps to try to push Keith or push Jamie or anything. Jamie was going to get that bumper back again. No, I can't. He did what he had to do in the heat race. I don't think he didn't mean to get up into me. I went back and watched it, and it was just very tight, racing in it. I really don't know what to say. I can't believe this is hard to, USA. It was putting on some real good racing. And all of a sudden the top side just went away. So when I knew it went glued back to the bottom, I just tried and avoiding everything I could and just like you said, picking them off just one by one. I mean, I really don't know what else to say. I'm just wild that 14th to 3rd. It was just a lot of work. I'm over here sweating. So
absolutely, man. You're definitely working the wheel out there in that one, man. A very tough race, a very tough racetrack with how slick it got there towards the end, and you guys just continuing to battle a lot of good side by side. 2, 3 wide out there around the racetrack, and be able to work your way up towards the front here and park that ride up here on the podium. Got to feel pretty dang good. Josh, who would you like to thank for such a strong performance and great drive out there tonight?
We got to start off by thanking the team. Without them, we couldn't do what we do. Miller Mini Design, 09 Laser Engraving, Elite EPI, Cypress Hearts, Papa Mike. There's so many people that go into this. The wife, the kid, you for putting on a good broadcast. Cody for stepping up and giving us a place to race still. I mean, everybody that has a hand in this league. It's probably one of the best street stock leagues so far right now. So I hope it continues to grow. I think we had 35 cars here tonight, and I'm hoping to see a full 60, next week.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I think about 35 or 36 cars. I think one car just didn't race, which was Jason Ganel's, I think. I think he loaded in for the practice, but then didn't race. But, yeah, 36 cars, a big field, a lot of very fast cars, a lot of talent out there. And for you to be up here in the top 3 back-to-back weeks has got to feel pretty dang good and off to a great start here in the championship hunt.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's if I can continue to, place third, maybe them two will get into each other and finish behind. You know, as long as I can stay consistent with third or better, I think you know, one of them might be calling me daddy by the end of the season. So
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. You never know what can happen. And as they always run each other very, very hard, that one little bit of contact, you know, a little too deep one time, you know, getting that inch or two in deeper than what they need to. And, you know, spins one of them around. The other one gets an EOL. They both start at the back of the pack. And we're starting these races with, you know, 24 cars out there on the racetrack. And it's late in the race, you know, it's going to be hard for them to try to make up, you know, 20 plus positions in a quick hurry to catch up to you. And if you're just in the right place at the right time, you know, anything can happen. And that's what it's all about, is just being there at the end and being available and seeing what can happen. And hopefully some luck goes your way.
that's right. Yep.
Beauty. Well, Josh, congrats on the third place run here once again tonight, homie. A great run, a great drive, and, you know, another awesome finish here for yourself. Hopefully you have yourself a wonderful night. Hopefully you have yourself a wonderful evening, and hopefully we'll see you back up here in the broadcast booth next Thursday.
Yeah, hopefully just to go, you know, a couple spots better. That's all we're asking.
Hopefully, exactly. Just a couple spots better, my boy. Have yourself a wonderful night, Josh.
Yep, you too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for Joshua Ely as he comes home here in position number 3, man. What a run, what a race, a great drive right there by that 09 machine. But, man, ladies and gentlemen, listen, thank y'all for tuning in. Absolute epic show here, man. These guys put on a great battle, a great race. It would have been really good to be able to finish it off, but as we were saying, unfortunately, there was a time limit there on the feature. The drivers just couldn't quite get to the end there, so it ended up a few laps short of what it should have been. But as time was starting to run out, especially for being able to do these post-race interviews and everything else, as I got to get ready to head off here in a quick couple minutes here. I got to head out the door and head off to work here real quick, so I got to head down to the shop and everything else. So that's really where the time constraint was coming into, was just the ability for me to be able to get the post-race interviews in, and for me to, you know, be able to make it on time to what I'm supposed to do here at 11 o'clock. So, unfortunately, the night is going to end there. But listen, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for being here and showing the love all evening long. Everyone that came in with the likes, the shares, the comments, you know, all the star senders. I cannot thank you guys enough for all your love and your support night after night after night after night. A little bit of a crazy race there. Definitely some drama throughout the field. Definitely a little bit of a heated one, a tough battle out there for a lot of drivers. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of conversations between, you know, the admins of, you know, SIM500 and the league and everything else. And, you know, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of conversation about trying to bring in some additional help with adminning and everything else. So it's going to be interesting to see, you know, what Cody and the boys can get together and what they can put together to try to get some extra help here up into the booth later on, you know, obviously maybe next week or hopefully before that. So that way we can have it planned and ready and have everyone kind of on the same page and move forward and just keep on making it better and better and better, not only for, you know, one team, but for all the teams and for all the drivers and all the admin crew and everything else. And if we can all work together and coherent and everyone works together as a team and, you know, everything just kind of works perfectly, and then, you know, that just keeps on getting the league bigger and better and better and better and drawing in more cars and bigger names and bigger sponsors and just keeps making it that much better week after week after week, is definitely something that we look forward to. It's definitely something that we look forward to. But listen, thank y'all for tuning in. I can't thank you guys enough for showing the love. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button on the stream, hit that share button, hit that follow button if you're new here. If you're watching over on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button as we continue to build over there on YouTube Gaming as well. But listen, thank y'all for tuning in, and I will see you guys all tomorrow night for some more Dirt Street Stock racing, as we got another big Dirt Street Stock series tomorrow evening. Yo, Jamie Brown coming in with that with that reaction on the stream as well. What is good, Jamie? What is good, my boy? All right, listen, guys, thank y'all for tuning in. I'll see you guys all tomorrow night.
Let's go.
Peace out, baby. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! What a race, man. What a run. That was crazy. That was a crazy one, chat.